Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Just this past weekend there was an event at the local mosque in which non-Muslims were encouraged to come and ask questions about the Muslim community. I actually did tours in which I took people around and spoke about Islam, right? As a new revert, I'm very excited, I'm very dedicated, and I try to get as much knowledge as possible to teach them. And we're not there to convert anybody. And it was really good, alhamdulillah. A lot of people came, asked some questions. For the most part, people were generally pretty polite. And there was actually one woman who had came. She had actually driven 2 hours to come to the mosque because the area in which she lives, she's not aware of any Muslim community. It's a bit of a smaller place. So she took the time to drive and basically spent the afternoon, and I got the opportunity to talk to her. In her heart, she's already accepted the Quran as the truth, and she had mentioned that since she had been studying and reading, that she was much happier for many, many things. Her husband is aware that she's reading, but he is a little, sometimes he's a little receptive to things, and other times he's not. So she's having a little bit of difficulties. One thing she had mentioned to me that I was planning on making a video for a long time, I just haven't gotten around to it, and she reminded me of this, is that as individuals, everyone is seeking something that makes them happy, something that they can connect with and guide them in their life. Everybody seems to have some sort of hole in their life that they're trying to fill, and everybody goes to different places. Some people choose alcohol, some people choose drugs, video games, girlfriends, boyfriends, movies, you name it, extreme sports. If people accept Christianity, for the most part, people say, you know what, Christianity is okay. That's okay. You believe what you want to believe. I don't agree with you. You do have the atheist type movement that some of them, hey, they're humanists. They believe in what they want to believe. But you get a lot of ignorance from many of them saying, you're just stupid for believing in God. But the question comes down to is, what does it matter? What does it matter to you that I accept and believe in something? If I want to worship a stick in the mud, astaghfirullah, then that is my choice. That is my choice as a human being. So because I choose to follow Islam and you don't know anything about it, you probably don't even know Muslims, stop complaining, stop condemning us. You don't understand something, you're afraid of it. Well, you know what? The only way you're not going to be afraid of something is if you take the time and energy to learn. People who accept Islam is because they think, they read, they learn, and they can see through all this false propaganda and all this hatred. And that's what I'm after. That's what I was seeking myself. I was seeking something that I needed. I was lacking a connection with something good and spiritual in my life. And Islam is where I found it. So for those out there, the haters, the atheists, fine. Live your lives, do what you want to do. As Muslims, all we do is we say, hey, look it, what you're saying about Islam is incorrect. You have to learn to separate culture from Islam. There's two different things. So, ask yourself, why do I hate these people so much? And what business is it of yours that I decide to worship Allah, to become Muslim? Because any statements you make against my faith, I can make right back at you, right? I'm not sitting here prying into your life and saying that all atheists are evil because Stalin killed millions of people. If people want to learn and gain some knowledge, by all means, ask questions. Whether you believe it or not, the fact is that you walk away knowing and understand your Muslim neighbors better. And that was the whole point of this event. And alhamdulillah, I hope some of these people learned. And we're not there to convert anybody. It's to say, hey, look it, we're just like you. I would make jokes, I would laugh, we'd have a good time, we provided them with food. This is what Islam is. So I encourage anybody out there who is interested to actually know what Muslims believe. Call the local mosque, and you'll be amazed at how generous Muslims are and how welcoming they are. And just like anyone else, we are in pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. This is the American way of life. I'm not American, but that rule basically applies to everyone on the planet. We just want to be happy. We want a safe place to live, good job, we want to have a family. These are the things that make us happy in this life. And how you go about it, I choose to follow Islam because that's what teaches me how to be a good father and a good husband. And these are the things that I am happy and proud of in my life. And Islam reminds me of these things. I am constantly reminded of my duties and my obligations to my family, my friends, my neighbors, my co-workers, even people I don't even know. I have become a better person because of Islam. Again, I ask the question, what business is it of yours? Why are you so offended and upset that I choose to live my life the way I choose to live my life?